Okay, so hi everyone. Welcome to the July Paper Sisters YouTube hop. And this month's theme is fresh and fruity. It's all about summer and fun and fresh and fruity. And so what I have is an overview of my project, which is a little desk sign. And initially I was going to do this as a little counter sign for your kitchen, but as I started going through my papers and all the sentiments and everything, I was like, this would be perfect to sit on your desk. So let's go through it. I'm going to tell you how I created it. First of all, this is just a little wooden plank that I had in my stash, and I used papers from Simple Stories, and it was their Simply Vintage. Oh gosh, I gotta check now. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was one of their Simply Vintage lines. Lemon Twist, that's what it was. And this was from a past kit from Très Jolie. We may have some left. You can check our website at www.tresjoliekits.com. But I took this paper because I thought this really embodied fresh and funky. And as I was doing it, like I said, I started out wanting to do a little counter sign for the kitchen, but this turned into, this is going to be just a little inspirational desk sign or whatever you want to call it. But let's get into how I did it. You see the sheen on there? First of all, what I did was I covered the entire thing in clear gesso because I wanted the color to really come through. And I took a couple of different mediums to get this all painted and the sheen on the outside. I used some Lindy's Stamp Gang Flat Fabio spray. I also used some of the Stamperia mixed media color. This was from one of our mixed media kits. And I painted it in several different layers, and then I let it, and I dried it with the heat tool. And once it was all dry, it still hadn't come quite together for me, so I pulled out some of my turquoise stained wax with a brush, and I went over it, and that filled it in, and it gave it really what I was looking for. So now you see that nice little sheen on it. And then what I did was I took my paper, I found my base sheet, and I just kind of traced around and put it on, and over the edges I took the same mist, and I just went around the edges on the base of it, and I added a little doily. And this is chipboard from our store. This is one of our limited edition pieces that comes in white. And what I did was I just gave it a little bit of some gesso just to even that color out. And then I got a doily from my stash, and I added that to mimic the doily that was right here already. So I really wanted some layers. And then this sheet was one of the, this sheet right here was one of the sheets from the paper. You know how you get the paper and you have like those 4x6 sheets in there? That's what this was. And I trimmed it until it fit. And then I took a corner rounder and rounded the corners a little bit. And that's on some pop dots, again, to give it some dimension, because you see there's a couple of little layers there you can see, but it's not too thick. And then these are stickers. This one, When Life Gets Sour, Sweeten it with Gratitude. The butterfly and the little lemon here, they were stickers. And of course what I did was I added some cornstarch to the back of them to take the tackiness off of it, and then I added some foam tape to them to give them the dimension. This one's a little higher than these two. You know, I wanted different levels of my layer. This is another sticker that says add more zest, and I really liked the Sweet Life. All of this is to remind me to be grateful, to have gratitude. You know, I try and be grateful for everything every day, but this is just a little reminder. I think I'm going to keep this on my desk. And then to add more zest is just to make sure that you add a little fun to your day every day, so that you do have that sweet life. And then here's a little lemon over here to go with that fresh and fruity kind of thing. And there's some lemons here too, and you can't see them, but there's lots of lemons on that back page as well too. And then up under the layers, I just took oh, I'm having a moment, I'll put it on the screen, but I just took this and I stuck it in here, just to give it again a little more dimension. And so this is what I have for the July YouTube hop for Paper Sisters. And our host for the month is Kim, Kim Murray. So please make sure that you stop by everyone's YouTube page so you can see all the beautiful creations that they made. And also make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe here too, because there will be a giveaway and it will be taken from the comments, but you've got to make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And it's for 18 and over in the US only. And again, some of the other ladies will be having some fun giveaways to go along with their beautiful, beautiful projects. But this has been Kim for Treasure Lee Kids, who is part of the Paper Sisters YouTube hop. And again, this is my little desk inspirational sign for the month of July for our Fresh and Fruity. So thank you for stopping by. You guys have a great day. And again, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And check out all the other ladies. Their links are below. And then you can also check out our website at www.treasureleekids.com. Bye.